at 3 years of age, I had polio. And I still recall that when I would be taken to a hospital, they used to put electric shocks in my leg to kind of waken it up. It was hard. So if I can still remember that memory of a 3-year-old. Normally as a 3-year-old, you tend to forget, what's happened in your life. But I still have that memory vividly in me. But growing up was hard. And the education system, the environment, everything was harsh. Then I went into boarding school at an early age. Again, boarding schools were tough. So it was constantly...
So you recovered completely from polio?
I recovered completely from polio,
So,
yeah.
So
No, I was very lucky, because countless others have been handicapped or died as a consequence of it.
You went on to join the...
Right, that I was not doing well in school. In fact, I got 43% in my 10th class board exams, and my parents and my teachers thought I should look at vocational skills as a future in this, and there's nothing wrong with vocational skills. And that's when I took resolve to it that I had to make myself independent. So I got into the National Defence Academy not in my first attempt, but in my second attempt. But that was my Forrest Gump moment, if you've seen the movie Forrest Gump. It was really transformative for me. And
what was the year?
It was 1981. Okay. And it was a dramatic change, like dramatic. So when I say dramatic, I became a polo player, I became a boxer, I got the Best Boxers Award, I became a merit card recognition in boxing. Many things started to change till I came to the end of my term, which was, I got my bachelor's degree. My journey to success to two institutions. One is the National Defence Academy and one is the unit I served in. That really shaped the way that I look at things. Decorated for gallantry in 1995. And that's when I felt what I would call a subconscious disquiet. I genuinely believe that this form of use of kinetic energy to overcome problems was not necessarily the way to go. I felt that the primacy of politics is much more important. And that's when I said, it's time for me to move on. So when I decided to move on, my first job was actually again at a very humble job in Bosnia-Herzegovina in 1997, in January of 1997. And again from there, I basically started from the bottom and then worked myself around and fortunately got into Princeton University to do a master's degree there, and things started to happen. And I've seen where humanity serves humanity at its best is when we come together in solidarity and compassion. And somehow, when I look at the world around me today, that aspect of solidarity and compassion is lacking. And I think that is why the UN Secretary General is driving and pushing and wanting to resurrect the UN to be that beacon of hope for people who are vulnerable, for people who are despondent, for people who are in need. And we need to look at a way to make the United Nations fit for purpose in that context, which is what I'm doing with the United Nations country team here in China, to make ourselves fit for purpose. And that's why I'm strongly advocating for health in China. Why? Because large number of people are being affected by diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular problems. As the UN, we have to become that role model of wanting to work with the government to engage with that change.
Abdominal churning provides a vigorous massage to the organs in the abdomen, stomach, intestine, liver, spleen, and the pancreas. It stimulates the digestive fire. It eliminates constipation, considerably accelerates gaseous exchanges because of the retention on empty lungs, stimulates the heart and the blood circulation, and stimulates brain irrigation. The headstand, also called the king of all yoga asanas. It calms the mind, alleviates stress and depression, activates the pituitary and the pineal glands, stimulates the lymphatic system, strengthens the upper body, the spine and the core, enhances lung capacity, stimulates and strengthens the abdominal organs, and boosts digestion.